Hello, welcome everybody. In this video, we are going to learn how to connect Laravel with Google Calendar, and along the way, we'll learn best practice to build something like this booking appointment application. Let me show you demo what we are going to build. So this is the simple form for booking appointment. Suppose our application or website is something. Suppose let's say I'm offering the code fixes and I'm charging something to client, and client come to my website and then they book appointment, and I will just save their appointment and attend it to get paid for my time. So let's see how to build this. Suppose let's say I'm the customer and I want to book an appointment with webdematics. Let's say Saturday code fixes. Let's name it that, and I will choose the Saturday and time. Let's say 10 a.m. and then I submit. I'll get appointment booked, and if I see on my Google Calendar, I can see this event right over here, Saturday code fixes, and then I can follow up on this event. This Google Calendar, I will get notification on my mobile, I will get on email, and I will alter many things like notifications, all details. Yeah, so let's build this. How to build this? First thing, we'll need to connect our Laravel application with Google Calendar. So in past videos or in past couple of episode long ago, I have built something like this, or I have connected Google Calendar API. I've used Google Calendar API to connect that with Laravel application. So that was quite cumbersome. Now with this package called Special Laravel Google Calendar, it is quite easier. So first of all, we'll install this, so we can run this on our terminal. So once that is set up, we can use these kind of syntax to create our event, to display our event. So we'll see that in a moment. First, let's install this. So copy this and jump into our VS Code. By the way, I've a fresh Laravel application, and let's open up terminal and run that. Let me make it a bit bigger. Okay, so let's run it. I've already run it. Once that is done, we need to publish this configuration file so that we can alter all these credential JSON file and we'll get information about them. Okay, after running this command, sorry, not that one, this one. Okay, this one, after running this, we'll get config inside config Google Calendar, like so. Okay, so here we have auth profile, service account, and our credential should be saved inside this directory at this location. Let's do that. So first we need to obtain this credential.json file and save this inside our storage location. So to get that credential, we need to head over to Google API console. Let's open this on new tab here. So here you can create new project. If you haven't any, just go here and create new project. And if you are visiting this for first time, you might get somewhere create new project. So just create new project, project name, and then create. So after that, just go to credentials. So before going to credential, you you might not see credential, then what you can do is just search for API and service. Just search for calendar. We need to enable that service before using that calendar. Yeah, so Google Calendar API, you have to enable it. I've already enabled that, and that's why I can see manage. So everything is given in this guide. There is slightly different in UI because they have changed a bit, but most of the part are same. Just we need to enable. We are in this step. So after enabling it, head over to credentials and create credential. Just choose service account. So we can give any name here. Demo account, you can give description, create. So role nothing, just continue. And here also you can just skip and go to done. And just go to newly created account and just head over to add key and create new key type JSON. Just create it. So once you created it, it will be saved to your computer. You can just see here it is downloaded. So in folder, here it is already downloaded. Just copy it. Copy it into your application, or you can just open it up on Notepad or any application. There we go. Just Control A, copy everything. Go to VS Code. So basic idea, we are just saving this file at this location. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so we need to save at this location. App, Google Calendar, storage path. First, let's head over to storage path. Here, storage, app, and then create this folder. I've already created. And inside this folder, create a new file. Name that file service account credential.json, or if you create another name file with another name, just change it here. Okay, new file, something.json, and then paste the content in this file. All right, whatever you copied there, you can paste it here. Okay, so once you paste that, you are set up with Google Calendar. Now you are connected with Google Calendar, at least from the API part. Next part is just go to calendar, your calendar, just go to calendar.google.com. You need to get the calendar ID because we require that calendar ID inside our config. Here we need to put calendar ID, so we need to obtain that. Just head over to your calendar.google.com, log in with, yeah, you might be already logged in. Go to setting, and here you can create new calendar, add calendar, or you can choose which calendar you want to use for this particular application. So I've created this YouTube demo. You can add calendar from here, create new calendar, and name that demo something. You can choose time zone. My time zone is this. Just create calendar. Okay, calendar created successfully. You can visit to configure from here, or it might be showing up here. Calendar settings, just scroll all the way up to here. Share with specific people. So we have created calendar, but we have to allow user of our Laravel application to create events on this calendar. So to do that, we have to add name and email. This name and email, you can get it from your credential file that you just created inside app Google Calendar service account. So here we have this client email. So this is the user which we allowed from our Google Developer Console, and that user we should give this user permission to make changes to event or make changes and manage sharing, whatever you want to give. I will just give make changes to event. There we go. And then you can just scroll all the way down inside integrate calendar section. Just copy this ID, calendar ID, and get back to .env file and create this Google Calendar ID and then paste whatever you copied from there. All right, so I'm using different calendars, so my ID is different. So by the way, I'm using this YouTube demo that I just created beforehand, and I'm using this ID. Okay, so once we have set up our calendar as well, now we are all set up. So let's go to our VS Code and try if we are all set or not. So to test that, you can create one test route. I'm using this home route, and then just call this event get. And event get, let me remove everything and dump this event get. So by the way, you can import this Spacy Google Calendar event over here, because this class is imported from that package. Okay, so let's visit this route and see if we are all set or not. This is the test route that we just created. There we go. So we can get Spacy event, calendar event. We get information about calendar event. So there are a whole lot of information. Okay, so let's head back. Our setup is successful. Now we can create event. Let's say this is the event code that I take from documentation. First we need to initialize event, then name of event, whatever we want, test from app, and start date time now and end time 1 hour, and then save it. So after saving it, I'm just getting it, displaying it. Same thing, just hit this route again and it should create another event. Now we can see two event created. Head over to calendar and you should see that event created, test from app over here. Okay, so now creating and getting event part is working. Now we can build this form and submit it to book an appointment. Okay, let's head over to VS Code, and I have created a controller, PHP artisan, make controller, booking controller, and do resourceful controller. So I've created this controller, and then add this line, route resource booking controller class. Okay, so our resource route is set. Let's head over to, So before heading up to booking controller, so you can add a form, this form, anywhere you want. I'm just adding it on dashboard.blade. You can create new page and do it there as well. So here is the card with title, book and appointment, and then form, which is submitting to booking.store. And we have this text area for appointment detail, and we have this meeting time. So we are getting this time in two input field, date and time, to support all browser. So this way it won't be unsupporting in any browser, any major browser. So we're getting time, we're getting date of appointment, and then submitting. And this section is just to display the message, success message. Okay, so let's head over to booking controller because we are submitting post request to booking.store. So booking controller and head over to store method. So you might not see this code in your controller. Okay, let me explain piece by piece. So first thing, we are getting the start time of event, or this time will be given by user who is booking an appointment. So we get the meeting date, and we are we're joining. Oops, I cannot say concatenate. Okay, concatenating these two strings, meeting date and meeting time. All right, so we are parsing. Carbon will parse that. So I have added one more extra parameter over here. This is time zone. So the reason I'm adding, there we go. So the reason I'm adding this time zone is to sync or to make the accurate time to show up in my calendar. So suppose your user and your application, or you are in same time zone, then you can just hard code this any time zone. And this parameter you can get from your form as well. You can give a select box where user can select time zone, and then he can select time zone, and you can just instead of hard coding this, just get this time zone from request time zone, and this will give whatever user selected. All right, so if you don't do this, there is a default time zone that Laravel uses is, I think, UTC. You can see on app config. Where is time zone? Yeah, there we go, UTC. So whenever user type any date and time, it will be not accurate time in your calendar. So you might see different time, and that might not be accurate timing for both of the client and you, application owner. So it is good practice to supply the time zone select field over here and list the possible time zones, and user can select that. Or if your user registers, then you can save the time zone of user, and whenever user logged in, you don't have to supply time zone. You can just grab it from users table, or where you saved your time zone of user. Okay, so that's one thing. And after getting the start time, I'm adding the end time, 1 hour to the start time. So how many hours you want to do the appointment. You can also supply this from form for time of appointment or duration of appointment, and accordingly you will add that. So I'm making just simple here to make everything simple. So we can add event like this as well. Event create, then supply name of event, this name coming from form, start date time and date time, and then we are redirecting back with message appointment booked. That's it about code required to make this work. So let's try and add another one. So tutorial or help on my final year project. Let's book it for Sunday. Okay, Sunday, let's say 9 p.m, 9:21 p.m. Submit it. And we should see that. Let's head over to month view. Okay. Yeah, so here we go. Help on my final year project. Let's try one more. Let's book for, let's say, Tuesday 12, let's say 12 a.m. Okay. Help on e-commerce. There we go. Alright, so that's it about connecting your application with Google Calendar. Hope you learned something in this video, and please give thumbs up and share this video, and I will see you on another video with another cool content. Till then, bye bye.